So tell us a little bit about yourself now. I wanna know you even more. So as I introduced you as the money guy, so tell me, start from the beginning. Where did you grow up, and when did you realize that you were interested in this kind of smart stuff?
So I grew up in Cupertino in Northern California, south of San Francisco, kind of like heart of Silicon Valley. And yeah, was kind of always involved, interested in tech as a kid. Everyone's parents were my mother's from the Philippines. Everyone's parents are immigrants who go to Silicon Valley, and so there's a lot of like tech interest in general. You know, interest in just being creative about technology. And then I went to college at Cornell in upstate New York. Studied industrial labor relations there, which is kind of like a business degree, kind of like a law degree. And then actually did an internship at Google. And rather than go there, I went to McKinsey to be a consultant, and found that I just had a knack for numbers, but also a knack for like explaining numbers. And so not only could I dig through it, but bubble it up to insight.
And where do you think that you inherited that curiosity for numbers and explaining?
Um, yeah, I mean, definitely my parents. They're both curious, adventurous learners. You know,
And
both moved.
what kind of work did they do?
So they met at Intel, the
Oh,
semiconductor company in Northern California. And so my mom was in marketing. She was a PMM, product marketing manager, and my dad was in human resources. And
okay.
and yeah, it was just kind of like they worked in an industry that was cutting edge. It was exploratory. It was before tech was very cool. And and yeah.
Well, tech was always cool. Why do you say before?
Well,
Tech
it
was
got
all
it got a lot more glamorous in the last 20 years. There's a
yes,
lot
yes.
more money in Silicon Valley and all that kind of
Well,
stuff.
it was, I
Internet.
mean, tech was either big machines. This is before computers came along. It was either big machines, or when computers came along, it was these mainframes. It wasn't really within reach. But then, of course, between Microsoft and Apple, it just became everybody's tool.
Right. Right. It's interesting. There's multiple generations of Silicon Valley. There's, the big machines, personal computer and hardware, software and internet. And there's actually, especially like hardware to software and internet, it's pretty different. That there's almost like a different community, different network.